So it's still the beginning of 2026, and what my goal is I want to make 1 million by the end of 2026. And actually before that, by my birthday, which is September. So we'll see if we can hit it. Pretty high goal. The intent of this channel has always been to take you on a journey as I forge my own path and do my own thing. And I forgot to look when the first video was, but it's quite a while. And it's been nearly 2 years since I graduated high school. And I have not been idle these 2 years. I've done, honestly, quite a bit of filmmaking. Last summer was awesome too. I helped my brother make a film. But this series is I think it's starting a new series called Journey to 1 million. And that's this video you're watching right now. And the reason for that is just one, to keep me accountable, but two, again, the point of this channel, we're gonna wait for the wind. The point of this channel has always been to, to take you on a journey. So welcome, let's go on a journey together. So for Journey to 1 million, I'm looking at by the end of the year, by the end of 2026, and it's February, it's Monday, 15th or 16th, and yes, I'm going to post this video today, so minimal editing. But so it's still the beginning of 2026, and what my goal is I want to make 1 million by the end of 2026. And actually before that, by my birthday, which is September. So we'll see if we can hit it. Pretty high goal, but like Dr. Benjamin Hardy says, in 10x is better than 2x. Bigger goals are better because bigger goals are better because a normal 2x goal, you will be able to hit it just by doing the same thing you're doing with linear growth. A 10x goal requires exponential growth. So it requires you to push yourself and change. Yeah, push yourself and change, find new, better ways to do things so that way you can actually achieve that bigger goal. So that's the goal. And then again, I've said part of the series is to keep me accountable. And taking on your journey is just has to be more than just here's what my goals are. So for this week, I have a few goals to help get me there. The idea for the goals for this week is that to get to 1 million, I'm going to need income producing assets, as Myron Golden calls it. And what that just is that is something that makes you money. Something that makes you money without necessarily needing your input. So this can be a book, it can be YouTube videos, it can be a course, whether that's a DIY course that you don't have to walk them through, or it can be a coaching course, etc., so forth. But that's the idea, income producing assets. Number one is I am currently writing a how-to book on stop motion filmmaking. Now, I've gotten the rough outline done. I've gotten a rough of a few chapters done. So I'm working on expanding them out in Scrivener. And so my goal for this week is to at least get chapter 1 done of my stop motion filmmaking book. And the angle for this is not just teaching stop motion animation, it's teaching stop motion specifically from a filmmaking standpoint, from the standpoint of all types of film have the same basic concepts of lighting, the same basic concepts of composition, regardless of your medium, whether that's animation or live action. So that's the angle and focus of that book. Later, I will make a course on that. The stop motion course isn't going to be a coaching course. It's going to be a DIY course. So that's number one. Number one is keep working on the stop motion book, get at least chapter 1 done. Number 2, to feed into that, is I have a stop motion YouTube channel where I do Lego animations. I kind of moved away from doing tutorials on that channel, and I think that's fine, but I do need to be doing more animations just as a practice what I preach. So I have an animation I started on back in December. I know. It was a Christmas one. Is Vader versus Santa. Quite fun. I'm maybe only halfway through the animation. Maybe closer to a quarter or a third. But I need to get that one done so I can move on and do more animations as well. So that's number 2. Get a good chunk of Vader vs. Santa stop motion done, and hopefully other stuff animated for the channel. And then number 3 is I have quite a few story ideas that I've jotted down and like fleshed out a little bit of the story for. And a lot of them I see as like movies or shows. But I don't have like the current capability to make them right now because they're either animated or a live action film, and of course that requires budget and stuff. So what I hope to do with that is turn them into books first, and the nice thing about that is that can help garner me an audience who will want to eventually see the movie when I do get there. So I started work on one called Clockwork Corsair. It's a script I wrote a while back for my film class in high school, and I quite enjoyed it. So I'm looking at expanding the story, expanding the characters, changing things up a little bit, which I did that, and get started on chapter 1. And so the goal for there is get chapter 1 done of my book Clockwork Corsair. It's a fun little adventure. It's a little bit of Pirates of the Caribbean, I'd say a little bit of Princess Bride, and then throw steampunk on there for good measure. So a fun little story. The biggest thing is that I have not written prose in forever. Maybe back in 11th grade for an English assignment would have been the last thing. But other than that, I really would say more so middle school would be a bigger time for prose. But I never properly written a fiction book before. So chapters is a whole new thing. And on top of chapters is also description is a whole new thing as well. Description for like describing the location, describing the characters, describing what's going on. Sure, you do that in the screenplay, but you're not supposed to do it too much because that's not how a screenplay works. Because you don't want to, one, you don't want to waste page space. 2, that's not the typical way a screenplay is done. And 3, you don't exactly want to tell like the director what the vision is. Yes, there's a certain aspect of that, but that's also partly what they work out. And when it's my screenplay, there's a certain amount of, yes, others need to see that, but also I already see it. Anyways, but for turning into a book, I am very unfamiliar with writing a book. So that is definitely a journey of learning. So that is most definitely a journey on that end. But yeah, that's the 3 goals for this week. Get a chapter done on the stop motion book, get a good amount of work done on my stop motion animation, and then get a chapter done for my fiction book. And I think that's about it for this week. Some other side goals would be doing consistently my 4 workouts for this week. I do You Are Your Own Gym, so I do body weight, and I think that's actually about it on that front. But yeah, no distractions, and limiting my distractions and getting focused to do the thing and get there to 1 million by the end of this year. So thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you come on the journey with me and enjoy, and have a wonderful, blessed day. Shalom.